Hey there guys, this is a quick tutorial on margins and padding within a WordPress site. Now I'm using the worldtravelgirl.com website as an example for this one because they've been noticing that there's some overlapping and some things within the site itself that when viewed on different devices, you have some overlapping of images and words and so on and so forth. Well, this is a little explanation as to why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of the actual post pages. I'm going to enable the visual builder. Now, a few things to note on this is that, the reason we're doing it this way is, or how we're going to be doing this, is to going into the module settings themselves rather than dragging and so on and so forth. Reason being, and you'll see why, it will cause some issues you won't even notice, okay? So right off the bat, we are here on this page, and we notice here, so we got here the blue, which is section, of course. The greeny teal colors are the rows, and then the modules. Well, when you go into the blue section here, you notice at the bottom here, it looks like this is overlapping as far as visually, with the editing area. Well, yes, that is probably because of the fact that there's padding and margins set in the row, and likely it's been done because of going in and doing some dragging and so on and so forth. So I'm going to double click. I'm going to open the section settings, go into the design section, and check out. Okay, first of all, sizing. Let's see that. Minimum height, we're not going to do that. We're going to just get rid of that. Why? Let that adjust auto, for when people are going through the site itself. So that one's fine now. Now to go to spacing. Here's where your padding and margins are. There you go. You've got like a margin of a -30 at the top. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of here. Okay, good. See now we're still probably seeing an overlap here. No problem there. What we're going to do is we're going to actually go into this section here. See what the padding or all that stuff is in this section here. Good. And, we can even go into the footer area and have a look and see what is that padding and stuff there. Well, there you go. It's got a -15 at the top. We'll get rid of that and save. What's that do? It changes the overlap. So this was actually in the form that's been added onto the bottom of this page. Now, yeah, so what's happening now? If this form just been duplicated straight through without being saved as a global element, then this is going to have to be done on every page. Here's a tip for you. When you've created something so there isn't that overlap, because now that overlap's going to be gone. That's awesome there. So that'll work fine on mobile, any of your mobile devices. It may be a little bit different though. Something to keep in mind too is to remember that first, you've got many, thousands of different size phones and mobile devices as far as tablets and so on and so forth as well. So you cannot fine tune everything to be exactly the same on every one. You can fine tune it so that it's legible, mind you. So that's where this padding and the margin stuff is concerned. But also, you have different browsers within different devices, from desktop to all mobile devices. Those browsers will read all those the information from all the pages differently. This happens from every website. This is not unique to this builder by all means. Now, what you do then is you're actually accommodating and working things to be as close as possible, as best as possible. So in this case, by doing what we've just done here, this page is now going to work well this way. Now, a couple things I will address on this. First of all, I mentioned the whole idea of the global element. Good thing to do is you go into here, click the arrow, and we're going to say footer opt-in form section. And I'm going to scroll down just a little bit further, and we're going to say, okay, we're going to make this a global element. Save to library. What that does now is this is going to turn to this bright green. That means it's global. And if we go now and say we want to add a new section, pardon me, and we click there to add a new section, we go to add from library, and that footer opt-in form is going to be right there. You notice it's saying that's a global element. Bang, you do that. So what I would recommend at this point is going to the other pages that have been created here. And in fact, let's do that right now. We're going to kind of go into, I'm going to do off screen. Actually, know what I will do here. You know what I'm going to do here. There we go, onto this new screen here. We'll kind of see here, this is the footer that's on the home page section. I'm going to enable the visual builder. Go down here and say, okay, perfect. Now this one here, we're going to add here, add from library, footer form section, use this section, and then delete the one prior to, bang. What that means now is, if any one of the footer or of these sections is ever altered or changed, any of the information on that, it will change it across the entire website without having to go page to page. So very handy thing to use there. I think we have that in our overview tutorial, but it's something good to know on that one. So I'm going to make sure I save that page too, and bang. Now this whole thing could be added to the whole footer section as well and done that way, but this does also achieve the same effect. So lastly, on that last page, what I want to kind of note is that here in this section, you'll notice that there's pictures off to the left, and then of course you've got the feature image and information on the right-hand side. So what'll happen as far as stacking order is concerned, that means, when this goes to mobile and it readjusts, everything on the right, or left, sorry, is going to come above the things on the right. That is the natural stacking order. Yes, this can be changed. It does involve a little bit of coding, which we can make available to you if you like. No problem at all. And matter of fact, what we're going to do is we're going to add that to our, a link to the coding on our section there for when developing your own website. And you can have a look on how that works. And it works really well. So what we would do, it would change it so that the stuff on the right-hand side loads first and the stuff on the left loads second. So there you go. That's a quick overview on some of the stuff there and how you can help to adjust margins and so on and padding within your Divi site. Keep in mind here, when you're using a site, a builder like Divi or a theme like Divi, which is a builder, okay, it gives you the ability to customize and change a vast amount of things. And of course, by doing so, it is much more versatile. It is much more, better on the responsive level. But the key is, it is something that you can adjust and potentially make more mistakes in. Yes, there are other themes and stuff that will do things for you and have it all set, but the customization isn't the same. So, there's a lot of give and take back and forth, and finding out what's going to work best for you, of course, is the best way of doing things. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.